Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And his first look is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That'll be caught by Cup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Stafford to his number 1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up the 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They'll run for it with Akers, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with a rookie from K-State, Deuce Vaughn. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
A throw over the middle taken in, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Cowboys at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First down, Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And running with power here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and 2.
Throwing is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Stafford going to put it up right away.
Rolling to his right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The kicker on 4
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Shifts by him, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on down through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Marr able to put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And
ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Handoff coming left is Vaughn. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Lance on the keeper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from... And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The first quarter with the score Cowboys 14, Rams.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. He's into space past the 25. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Van Jefferson. 44 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Rams 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll buy some time right.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
62 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down and 4.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's a second down and 6.
Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And down inside the 15 he goes. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
Stafford. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here comes third and about a foot. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Akers is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Stetson Bennett
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Rams 17, Cowboys 14. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Prescott. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A minute 52 to play until halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Lawrence is somebody who remains a fearsome rusher off the edge, even if the sack totals aren't as high as they used to be. But 17 forced fumbles over the last 6 seasons proves he's still getting the job done.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Down the left sideline. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, 75 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cowboys 14. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Maher now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Rams 31. Cowboys 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He gets away from one. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cowboys 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the option, here's Vaughn. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running behind center with Vaughn. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Nick Hampton able to make that stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Stafford on 1st down. Escaping the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Stafford. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
Stafford's pass, complete to Cooper Kupp. A big gain on the play, but it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Stafford. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. throwing. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 25-yard line.
Second and a couple.
Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Vaughn will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave, so they took their shot but couldn't connect.
Second and 10.
Throwing is Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now we got a player in some discomfort after that last play, and not the guy you want to see. That's quarterback Matthew Stafford. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Here's Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. 4th down. Here's Bennett. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Second and short now following the fumble. Pollard will take it up the gut.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick here is good. And now move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bennett. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's 2nd down. Bennett. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And that's going to be a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock. 15 seconds to play. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.